Hi and Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 2. In this presentation, we selected a few journals related to the topic from Chapter 4, which is Organizational Culture. As you can see, we will take a look at the organizational culture as a whole. So, let's move on to the first part, Introduction. Culture is one of the important aspects for organizational success. By organizational culture, it can influence the performance and productivity of its employee. For an organization to accomplish mission, vision, and goals, leader must have to understand the macro culture of the organization. But unfortunately, some leaders are unaware about this organizational culture due to many factors. For example, conflicting information available on culture are lack, and it is more factor. Even if the leader recognizes the importance of the culture, they are unlikely to be aware of it because they do not have the training or knowledge of what it takes to build successful culture. So they have an issue in this journal concludes 3 issues, which is the first one is culture matter, second understanding organizational culture, and the third one is the impact of the organizational culture on performance and others. Next, the objective of this journal is to help leaders develop a better understanding of culture, have an advantage of having a healthy culture, and involve in the building and sustain the strong culture.
In this article, we will focus on 3 theories that has been discussed by the author. The first one is the focus on culture matter, which is essential to have leaders understand the culture better. However, according to the author, organization analysts have only recently found significant connections between culture, corporate performance, and employee behavior and attitudes. In this article, the author has collected a few thoughts from several successful business leaders, which shows that most of them already understand the importance of culture. Besides, Didi Warwick also focused on defining and describing the culture by various organizational researchers. The author has clearly defined the organizational culture by providing a reasonable explanation regarding the term organizational culture. He stated that it is usual for scholars to use the word organizational culture as a broad definition for the entire organization's culture and any group of individuals working together in that organization. And lastly, the impact of organizational culture on performance and other factors are also discussed in this paper. The author stated the study by John Cotter and James Heskett regarding the company cultures over 11 years of evaluation. They discovered that organization with healthy culture has a higher rise average in revenue against other similar company without such healthy cultures. According to the research, the author believes that effective leadership and management lead to a positive culture, while incompetent leadership and management contribute to a destructive culture.
Next, for my part, is finding. Success is likely unite and instill pride in a group for make culture become more stronger. Celebrate and communication of success can build a good culture. It can divide into in artifact and in characteristic. Artifact can be observed like dress, office layout, leadership style, by the trade, the nature of the work, and so on. And for the characteristic, it can be expressed value, underlying assumption, and deep value. For characteristic, it can be expressed in value, underlying assumption, and also deep belief. Also, next, being a leader needs to play an important role to create organization culture because they have ability to bring out the best in good working environment and create a good conditions. But if not, it may bring out the worst in individual and wreak havoc on environment with full of strain and worry. Although there are many leaders can give a good influence, but it should be remembered that leader also can force the harmful environment to the company. So, to be a leader, need to make sure that we can be responsibility in the job. By following organization culture, it can perform morals, work satisfactions, employee engagement, and also loyalty, employee attitudes that can be influenced by culture.
Okay, now I will continue about discussion of the journal. From the journal, organizational culture is more important in entrepreneurship. Organizational culture consists of several assessment tools that need to be emphasized in forming a good cultural organization. Change to form good organizational culture is required to influence the value of creativity and innovation. In the article, the author considered 3 distinct organizational cultures, but in our syllabus in corporate entrepreneurship consists of 4 distinct organizational cultures, which are hierarchy culture, clan culture, autocracy culture, and market culture. Okay, let's go to one by one. Okay, the first one is hierarchy culture. Hierarchy culture can be characterized by a tiered structure. It is a culture linked with a policy that may tend to limit individual creativity. This is due to respect for position and power in the organization, and all action taken will be controlled. Secondly, the environment in the clan culture is more sociable and helps the commitment together. It creates flexibility and discretion. Third, and autocracy culture. Autocracy culture is a combination of flexibility and discretion. It prioritizes creative and risk-taking features and is appropriately associated with entrepreneurs. And the last one is market culture. Market culture is always decision-oriented, emphasize achievement, and always competitive in marketing. Okay, let's talk about the second main point is leadership style. Although many factors influence cultures, but organizational cultures primarily reflects their leaders. Okay, leaders influence culture through their strategies, through their leadership style, and role models. However, leaders can also create unhealthy cultures and ineffective leaders or make bad decisions that impact an organization's cultures and can tear down a culture in organization. Leaders in an organization need to inculcate the culture's value of the organization, both formal and informal, so that individuals in the organization can understand the vision and the goals of organization.
Recommendation of the journal. The main weakness is vision, mission, goals, and strategy are unclear, not compelling, not used, or do not exist. When a company does not have such as characteristic, it will affect the company. The team-weak culture is used to describe cultures where the norms are practiced are not well known, are confusing, inconsistent, and not reforms. Why it is significant for a company to have a clear about vision and mission statement? A company mission and vision statement guide the organization strategy. Weak culture are difficult to work in because expectations are unclear or there is little consistency in practice throughout the organization. So, the suggestion of way to improve the witness is clear and compelling vision, mission and goals. The leader must be alert about this. Other people and organizations can get a quick idea of who group is and what it intends to accomplish by reading the vision and mission statement. People learn about their organization without having to work hard for it when their mission and vision statement are plainly accessible.
So, the conclusion, as we know, the culture of an organization is particularly essential and it has significant impact on whether it is a happy and healthy place to work. Leader and employees have a positive relationship and the latter will contribute more to team communication and collaboration, as well as be encouraged to complete the organization mission and objective, resulting in increase of job satisfaction. Next, employee acceptance and appreciation of an organizational ethos can impact their work behavior and attitudes when conveying and marketing it to them. And to conclude, an organization's basic principles start with its leadership, which subsequently evolve into a leadership style. A strong organizational culture occurs when a strong unified behavior, value and belief have been created. Leaders must understand their role in producing an organization culture. As a result, individuals of the organization will behave consistently, reducing conflicts and providing a good working environment for employees. In short, corporate culture is linked to leadership conduct.